Hey, hey, guys. Welcome to episode number 36 this week of Final Fantasy Tactics Ivalice Chronicles this morning. Today's date, guys, is King and the Luckiest Man. Or should I say, this is your King and your Luckiest Man today. Today, guys, it is July 2nd, 2026. Now, it has been another, long week. Or you talk about another week without a live stream going on. As King Guy's the luckiest man, but since it's not going to be able to start from now. Um, it has been another week since PlayStation's been going on with stuff,
Right.
and also having not much
You can
exactly with
trust me.
layoffs and whatnot.
Already?
And a lot of us have been noticing what's been going on recently between coming out of the last number of days.
Alright.
And just to see what's been
Ever ready.
hanging by a thread or
At the
what's really
ready.
been going on. But to be open and honest, guys, it has been a strong suit, or pretty much been something a little more serious and important coming out of anything this week. Coming out of anything else that's more benefiting, or you're talking about contemplating and whatnot. So, um, but it has been quite some time since we haven't having anything that change course, anything to really, guys, you talk about throwing existence, you talk about throwing other stuff on it. Um, here's the thing, guys, it can naturally be anything. Good morning, brother Mike. Shout out to you, my good friend. How are you? Um, but everything else is going to be a little more casualty, a little more fitting. Um, but other than that, guys, I had a good night's sleep today. Went to bed like 11:45 this morning. I mean, yeah, actually towards the end of the night. And, just to keep everything else, with eyes open and also not to have a guilty crisis or anything. So one thing I won't add is that, guys, as a matter of fact, with anything that's going on with PlayStation, I mean, pretty much anything else is more than anything towards, keeping something in between. Well, you're talking about seeing what's been going on lately, but I will say, guys, with the PS6, I don't want
What's
to toot my
next?
own horn on it yet. I mean, people have been saying the PSX is going to be like, you know, $1,000 in the next couple years from now. Well, it could be absolutely anything. You talk about just keeping everything intact between, PlayStation and also other companies right now. And it's like, tell me it's not exactly happening right now. You know, I mean that's the only thing. And not to have anything go, one ear at the other. As King Guy is the luckiest man. Man, guys, I had a good night's sleep today. I know it's been like another week, and it's also been a long week battling the heat. Since I'm mostly at sea mostly, you know, um,
What
just to
to
keep
do?
everything else tightening up, keep everything else under control. But I repeat, fellas, you can't separate the men from the boys. You cannot separate, adults among kids or anything else among men here today. So, because it could be anything else that's not been brought to our attention either, or electricity to keep everything loaded. Um, so how what you guys been doing
Coming.
after 1 week? Anything interesting? Anything that's more out of proportion? Or all I know is,
Come on.
guys, the last couple of days at Chief this week. Actually, no. This past Tuesday, I actually tackled that meeting coming out of this week. So far today, and I thought the meeting was good, in my opinion. Yeah, I thought it was good, and to keep everything in possession, keeping everything intact and whatnot. You know, keeping something that's more important instead of going to my secondary job. So I thought the OSDA meeting this past Tuesday was good. After yesterday was Wednesday, so there was no secondary job on that date. but based on the new schedule, Thursday and Friday. Now, I feel like there's some sort of hidden gem, because 9 times out of 10, guys, it's King and Luckiest Man. When I'm usually doing my morning stuff, I'm recently just doing 9 to 2s, okay? And, kind of like exercising, and, excuse me, guys. If you talk about doing morning stuff like cleaning restrooms, getting the trash, getting the cards every morning, you pretty much love what you do and anything you're good at, okay? Lentex, shout out to you. Lalum, thank you so much for joining this live stream today. Thank you so much. But yeah, I mean, I don't see why not, ladies and gentlemen. It's like if somebody's going to get a turn, somebody's going to be allowed to take an option to do a 9 to 2. You're talking about doing an 8 to 3, you know?
Up against it.
Actually, I'm gonna get out of this battle again. So it has been enough times beforehand. Or double crossing. But like I said, I mean, if you're talking about doing a morning shift, doing something you love doing, and you just want to keep doing it, help people out, here's the thing, guys, get nice tips from somebody, carrying groceries into their vehicles, helping them with their cars and whatnot. I mean, that's always the most important thing you can have, and it's always been your job, if you work at Chief, Walmart, or any other place you pretty much work at, it's, guys, it's more of an illustration. It's more of anything to allow, and also, guys, do something you pretty much like to do and what you actually want to continue doing, That's all there is to it. Nobody can tell you what to do, or what it is you have to do, It really is. I mean, there's always something you can do, as long as you don't have to sit around and do nothing, You just want to, keep your eyes open, keep your eyes peeled.
Excellent choice.
Whatever you guys can do. But I actually love what I do at Chief. So you guys remember, I'm about to be 3 years is coming August. As you guys see, we're at the start of July now. So, but today, guys, I have another 2 to 7. And then it's King Guys and Luckiest Man. Tomorrow's Friday. And then you have Saturday, which is celebrating 250 years of when the Declaration of Independence was signed, fellas. So that's the most important thing you can have right there. And a lack of confidence right there. Guys, we don't lack the qualifications. This is why we've always been choosing it. We've accepted anything on it. Obey no orders, but following our own terms. That's all we can do. But yeah, guys, everybody's got their own thing. Everybody's got their own kickstart in return. That's all there is to it. Everybody has enough to supply. The people from Minerva, mega love shout out. Thank you guys so much for joining this live stream. If you guys can not jump out, but if you guys can kickstart the chat today, that would be great. Even though everything else has been up and down, up and down.
Where am I needed?
You cannot separate the men from the boys. You never will. You never can. And I'm trying to come out of the KB team. Speaking of La Loves Minerva, thank you, girl. You're wonderful. You know how to make every single live stream proud. Make everybody feel good. And that's the best way to put it. But before I go more further, guys, I'll talk a little more about actually confirm with Sony, and also talk a little bit about. That's what I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to find the words today. Before I get to anything about what do you call it, about PlayStation and Sony today, fellas, as King and the Luckiest Man. Before I get to any of that today, I do want to thank you guys for joining me this morning with my biggest, strongest, phenomenal, exciting, wonderful, heat-waving, amazing, colorful, kindful, exciting, benefiting, wonderful, hold on, let me get this other comment here. But yeah, as long as we know exactly what we're doing. Lalab Sahi, Assalamu alaikum, mega love shout out. How are you today? Assalamu alaikum, is already intact this morning. How you doing? My Lalubs, what do you call it? Lalubs Sahi, how you doing? Surprisingly, Ivalice King hasn't had his live streams go well this week. I'm not sure what's going on. Zemzem, Zem, it has been a while. What's going on? I haven't seen you in quite some time. But yeah, guys, back to what I was saying. I do want to thank you guys for joining me this morning with our biggest, strongest, phenomenal, exciting, wonderful, heart beating, giving something comfortable. The more you guys stay cool, the less you'll be incapacitated. But yeah, guys, I do want to thank you guys for joining me this morning with our biggest, strongest, phenomenal, exciting, wonderful, greatness, heat waving. That's right, guys, heat waving, coolest summer so far. And that's all we can benefit, and that's always something we can always begin and also handle. So we have our social media on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter X accounts today. And making sure we're not laying the edges. And of course, guys, our podcast services. Our podcast services. All around the globe, guys. On Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Always will, guys, on our 3 apps. Yeah, guys, on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube accounts together. Giving everybody that's happy and comfortable. And yes, guys, of course, so much more. Now, well, if you guys haven't checked out my huge Lalubs Karen or Lalubs Zonlene, you guys can check my girls out. They're pretty much awesome. They pretty much sing well. They really do. Even though, here's the thing, if Lalubs Karen wants me on the panel with Lalubs Zonlene, we can do something with that. So I don't see why not. As long as she's good with that, I'm good with that, everybody else is good with that. Well, thank you, Lalubs Karen. Thank you for the notifying. And also the info. But as far as anything else goes, I mean, I will say, what's been going on with Sony is, it's been enough buzz, it's been enough that's been going on recently. I mean, not recently, but currently, coming out of, so far today, coming out of yesterday, about the PS6 being $1,000. I mean, let me tell you something, guys. I mean, if here's the thing, if that's the case, then I feel like I still wanna. I mean, I'm 50-50 of getting the PS6 after next year. Okay, it's just,
Come on.
Guys, there's been enough to really crawl out of, and there's been a lot of things coming out of our minds. You talk about saving up for a trip. You talk about saving up for a big PS5 game. See, we guys all know, as King Guy's the luckiest man, I'll have just about 6 years this coming November. I've had the console the longest. It'll be tied to, here's the thing, it will be tied up, and it'll be twisted, been exact words at for, the last console I had for 6 years.
I cannot.
Which was the PS4, exactly. Okay, it's just, I understand there's been a lot of upsetting comments, and people being pissed off and whatnot, about the PS6 and whatnot. But here's the thing, guys. I repeat. If that's the case, if the PS6 is going to be $1,000, then why not pay a whole lot more than that, guys? If it's going to be that much, then depending how many people are going to be saving up, what do you call it, guys? Saving a buttload of money, a buttload of checks, a buttload of other stuff to go through today, between something that we don't usually need to pay a lot of, between a lot of money and whatnot.
I cannot fail.
I mean, here's the thing, if people want to get a PS6 that bad, I can maybe do the same if I'm not paying $1,000, because it will just come out of our pockets and also coming out of the bank. Which I mean, I'm 50-50 right now. I'm 50-50, but I don't want to have anything to the status quo, alright? I would really be excited to get it. But you never know. It's just that I do know Sony doesn't like to lay people off or lay its own
Wake up.
power base
My
down or
thanks.
anything, but I mean, I do want to get the PS6 in the future. It's just,
This bodes
we talk
ill.
about people getting laid off and whatnot. That's a different story, okay? I just don't want to have people twist their own minds.
Still in the fight.
I mean, if they want to spend $1,000, that's fine. If people do not want to waste anything and wait for the price to go down, I feel like that would be perfect. That would be a good idea, not to kid aside. I mean, that's something that I would probably do if I'm not spending $1,000 on a gaming console. But here's the thing, guys. Absolutely not. But it's like, do we need to pay a lot of that money? Yes, but do we want to feel left out? No. It's kind of like asking President Trump from the White House
Practice makes
to,
perfect.
you know, get us our cash back and whatnot, and do whatever's more fitting for us here today. But we cannot have President Donald Trump be into that mix. That's enough to really, jump into any conclusions or anything on a podcast. Okay, so I mean, you never know. I'm gonna use their luck. Fine. If people do not want to wait for an opportunity, that's pretty much up to any. Here's the thing, guys. Any fan of PlayStation, anybody a fan of Microsoft or Steam. That's all there is to it. But everybody's a type, so no worries. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Keep everything else into the nitty gritty. So, but yeah, guys, good sleep yesterday. Coming out of, I've been battling the heat a couple times. But the good thing is, we're supposed to get enough rain at the end of the week. You talk about rain and thunder. I've heard possibly this coming Saturday during our 250-year anniversary of celebrating our Independence Day. So far today by this weekend. So, but I did check out the new schedule, guys. I repeat, Sunday, Thursday, and Friday. So, I understand even though I'm usually good doing some with Mondays, it's just, I repeat, fellas, you can't separate the men from the boys. You cannot separate the women from the children. Or it's just not going to go your way. It's kind of like having rain or, what do you call it, guys? Not exactly rain, but electricity going through your body and not, having anything else to respond to. So, that's all there is to it. We'll see what happens, guys. You just never know. It's all about taking time. That's all there is to it. Yeah, it was good to see you yesterday. I'm gonna battle it again today, then my ass off tomorrow and Saturday. Because that's gonna be better fitting enough, but well enough in hand. That way I can have an opportunity just to relax, get an opportunity to hold on and whatnot, so we're fine. So guys, we got our first regular battle done today. You guys remember what we did 2 weeks ago? We recently rescued Oran after getting, attacked by thieves and also sort of wipe each other out. But the good thing is we managed to get something out of them, which was actually a good deal. I'm gonna do throws katana guys for Ramza. He's actually a gold standard right now, or a good standard today as ninja. So he's actually good. Wyman's still the same with almost 10k of black mains. So have the other stuff that I would maybe want Wyman to do, but what's what I have to Duad. I'm gonna give her Magma Burst. That's a good ordeal. Gregory still has the highest, and also Tanza. Tanza, not exactly Zoic Costanza from Seinfeld, but no, those characters are still alive, played by real live actors, fellas. Especially with Zeri and also Kramer. Which Kramer still calls himself Assman, but that's a different story. You cannot separate anything from that. Well, guys, the Holy Knight, as much as I want to do a little more extra for her, I'll give Agrius High Potion and Phoenix down for the next chemist. But I will give her Divine Ruination. Get a few more upgrades, guys, for from Estadio Agrius, the same way at the same time. So guys, we're gonna jump into the story in just a little bit. I want to double check if there's anything we gotta do here. I'm gonna do a quick save this morning, and then we'll get right to it. But yeah, I mean, I've had the PS5 for almost 6 years. It's been like 5.5 right now. It really is. So guys, we're gonna be going to a place called Lesota, or Leslia. So we're actually here in this location. We have Zelbag approached by Ranza. Excuse me. So you have these two brothers talking for the time being. And Zelbag greets them by stating, "Sit, won't you?" But apparently there's no chair. There's no chair, there's no sitting around it. So Zelbag actually gets a surprise from Ramza, saying he did not see him in this location called Lesila or Lesota or something. Not exactly from outside the box or listen guys, the one location after the other one. And then Adeline, make a love shout out. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you for being so kind and loyal. So Selbag does point out Alma has been sick, and she's actually excited to see Ramza. Ramza does have a comment by stating the following. Selbag,
What is it? You've a grim look about you.
So Zelbag does have a little bit of a touch that, even though Ramza's excited to really see his brother or something, kind of like sister, Ramza doesn't seem speechless. But apparently Zelbag does state, "You have a grim look."
Can you not end this fighting?
And Ramza just wants to put a stop to this fighting that Zelbag's been putting together. And Zelbag is a little bit surprised himself, too. If you guys think about it. Let me get this message right here. Hold on. Get this other one that is tensioned. Keep his heart pumping. So Ramza doesn't seem fascinating, but he's a little bit surprised. Here's the thing, guys. Not just about Alma, but Zelbag doesn't want to have an answer for him if he wants to end that war.
What purpose can it serve?
A war needs to have an end, guys. Needs to have an ending chapter. So Ramza does state the following. What purpose can it serve?
We
Bloods have ever fought to defend people, not supply the crown.
And now we fight
for no more than our glory. So Ramza does have a strong signature point, and what Zelbag is actually doing. He's actually using that writing utensil, or that writing pen or pencil. Even though, here's the thing, guys. If we look at schools, they're pretty much pencil number 1. Because remember, using pens, they have like markers. That's exactly what they were.
As ever, you
so Zelbag does say the following. So you actually see
do
lies on the surface.
That which you do not understand.
You cannot speak of what you do not understand.
It is you who
Ramza does also question him by stating, "It is you that does not understand my brother." You decide not to end this war and have some sort of unseen purpose. Saying that, Ramza does question him by stating, if we look at Duke's Log and Gotana, they're only puppets in some shadow play that you pretty much play in.
A shadow play.
And then Zelbag does state,
pray.
If you want to talk about shadow play, we're going to do all the praying. And of course, guys, praying is where everything ends. I mean, praying, here's the thing, guys. Praying to the Lord is another thing, too.
But consider the abduction of Princess Ivalice from Auburn Monastery.
Here's the thing, guys. People have their own open and honest opinions. People have their own opinions. People want to end the war. People want to end exactly what they actually begun with, and really want to end with it, and a good note. So Ramza does state the following. I don't understand, but a consideration of Princess Ivalice came out of Auburn Monastery, stating it was a stage, and also, guys, a ruse to prevent Duke Cortana from having regrets or whatever.
Staged.
So Zalbek does actually rephrase it by stating, so you're talking about staged.
I was there, Zalbag.
So Ramza does state, I was there, Zalbag. I know exactly. Actually, let me rephrase, guys. Apparently Ramza understands and pretty much already seen what's been going on.
Princess Ivalice was
saying that Ovilia
slain,
was going to be slain, but somebody else interfered. Saying that she lives and surrounded by Katana's care. Was going to be assassinated. The crown would have been named Dame Katana as a traitor, and the banners would have an ultimatum against them.
And who would go to such lengths?
And Zalbag does question who would be the next one to have such strengths. We're talking about weaknesses or resistance.
The one
so
responsible
Ramza would be questioning if it's somebody, it would be somebody else responsible.
Our Lord Brother, Dystark.
And that would be our brother Dystark.
Do you stand here
Zalbek stands up for a minute, guys,
some
saying
hand
that
in this business with the princess?
If you want to talk about accusing our brother, do you think he's got the business with the princess?
So you knew.
So Ramza seems a little bit shocked himself, guys, by bringing Dystark to Zalbek's attention. I mean, both of them have the same bond, and also, guys, Dystark's bond too. I mean, talking about brotherly love and also the entire family, you know, or here's the thing, guys, brothers and sisters have the same bond and also have the same thing that each other have. So apparently, guys, Ramza knew Zalbek was going to get up off his cushion.
Even so,
saying that if that's the possibility, you'll know what I'm talking about involving Dystark and what he's capable of.
Enough!
And Zalbek does question.
You do not trust your own brother, your own flesh.
He's had understanding the surroundings involving, you know, what the plan is for Dystark and also both of their brothers. Am I not your brother?
Why would you not trust me?
Or do you don't question yourselves by trusting me?
What have you ever done to inspire my trust?
And Zalbek questions him by stating the following: that if you have anything with his trust,
was my own.
It would be my
Until
own
today,
mistake.
I'd looked on you as a
but I looked on you
brother.
at the same brother that I've been looking at. A true brother that will not hide any secrets from me.
But your mother's common blood.
And now Zalbek
stains
questions
you
a bit of
common.
his mother for a minute, stating the following: if your mother's the common bond forever stains you
You're
common,
not fit to bear the Bale's
you
name.
will not be fit to bear
Begone
the
from my
beloved
sight.
name. And I want you out of where I'm at today. Or should I say be gone? So apparently, guys, Zalbek does find himself upset that he brought Dystark into the mix, saying that he doesn't have the rights, he doesn't have the tools to protect Ovilia or, you know, do anything he's got all costs by, you know, having anything between offense and defense. That's the question. So one of the knights comes up and states the following: that he's got some bad news. And yes, guys, the Sky Knight does appear, and he does state the following: that the Thunder God Orlando has broken through the Guru Pass.
To strike so
And
swiftly
Zalbek
from
comes
battle,
up
lad.
by saying the following:
His title's well earned indeed.
we're looking to strike there. It's going to be coming out of Basalat. His title will also be earned.
Summon the War Council.
And yes, guys, of course.
All of them.
Now we want to summon the War Council. Most of them.
My lord.
And the knight does question Zalbag, my lord. Well, it would have been like, yes, sir. So Zalbag, here's the thing, guys. Zalbag just wants to follow his own existence. He just wants to follow whatever he wants to do. And I mean, everybody's got their own thing, guys. Everybody's got their own opportunities that lie ahead.
Of course. Need anything else? You're interested then?
Even though something like Ramza, you know, Ramza just wants to be a lookout for Zalbag and also Dystark. But apparently both of them don't consider him, you know, guys, exactly, you know, brothers by mentioning his name or anything that appears from him. Okay, it's just.
May I help?
I mean, nobody's having the wrong. Here's the thing, guys. Nobody's going to count themselves wrong having their own.
May I buy?
You know, cutting themselves wrong or anything. All I know is if Zalbag doesn't want to have anything coming out of Dice Dark, he's always protect him at all costs. But all I'm saying is, guys, on top of that, is Rams is correct. He just wants to look out for Zalbag and also, continue how much he actually wants to see us involving Dice Dark. He really, really does. He just wants to look out for them and protect them as much as he can. I mean, that's pretty much the riot for idea. And pretty much a handful idea, okay? It's just... I mean, people know exactly what they're talking about, They really, really want to look out for each other. But apparently Zalbag doesn't want to allow that to happen.
I was born for this.
He doesn't want to see part of him getting hurt. Whatever happens with Ovilia.
My turn, is
And
it?
then you have Alma in the mix, guys.
As you
Now,
wish.
Alma, has been a long-time sister to her brother, to Ramza, okay? So, people have the same blood. People have the same thing between themselves and also together, And they really, really do, all of a sudden. You cannot here's the thing, guys. You cannot separate anybody else if you're selling the same breed, if you're selling the same thing, just like the others do. You cannot separate much. And there's enough to envision on top of everything, guys. On top of all of that, all of a sudden. That's all there is to it. Alright, guys, before we get to anything else today, as King and the Luckiest Man, if you guys want to catch more Final Fantasy Tactics Ivalice Chronicles here on Thursday in the mornings, today is officially the first day. That's right, guys. You guys heard me right today. It's King and the Luckiest Man. Today is the first Thursday of July, and we're 2 days away till celebrating our Independence Day. Two meaning, guys. Not separating the men from the boys, but celebrating our 250-year anniversary when the Declaration of Independence was signed. Like presidents, the all-time great presidents of the United States that were past and present and carried the United States on, which is exactly we've been, living under for a long time. One of them being, guys, for example, our first president of the United States, what's his face, guys? Oh yeah, the first one was George Washington. Then our third one recently was the great old Thomas Jefferson. By signing the Declaration of Independence, he was officially responsible for that.
Come on.
But we cannot, think enough of having our country, guys, of the United States, keeping everything of a lot of love, freedom, protection, and doing what we've been, protecting on this great nation. And not to mention, guys, our 13 colonies, that goes with it too. All thanks to the men and women that help make it what it is today. That's all there is to it. It's like if you're living in any city or state, you're pretty much proud to be an American. Always. You cannot have anybody else be stranded all the time.
Oh, I can still improve.
Everybody's an American all of a sudden. Always has, always will, guys. Been there and done that. But alright, guys, speaking of other stuff, as we get to social media here today, guys, if you guys want to catch more Final Fantasy Tactics, Ivalice Chronicles, guys, on Thursday mornings every week, not to have eye support, not exactly being, betrayed or anything, or, feeling left out. And if you guys want to catch any new games you want me to get back to playing on the schedule, be sure to hit that like button, support button, and comment. Remember, guys, like, so, comment, and follow today. Like, so, comment, and follow. If you do, here's the thing, guys, on top of that, too, if you guys do have any questions or concerns, I repeat, fellas, if you guys have any questions or concerns today, you guys can put them in the chat, type them in the chat, and also, guys, put them in the live chat. And me, guys, as your king and your luckiest man, can have an answer. Not just any answer, guys, but the final answer. If you do have any questions or concerns, let me know in the chat, in the live chat.
For my lady.
And then we can answer it one time together. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. People say they're a dreamer. But 9 times out of 10, guys, is king and the luckiest man. But I'm not the only one. Nobody should be left out. Not a single human being, not a single American or citizen. You can't separate the men from the boys, guys. Never have, never will. As much as I would love to tackle this unicorn, that would be great. But no, he's actually standing on this platform that doesn't want to be touched overall. And all of a sudden, whatever you make it. Life is what you make it, guys. Whatever works out. And he's also disabled. Masato, guys, is... Excuse me, Masato right now is 31. The stats have been a little bit loaded, fellas. That's enough to keep and handle right now. It really is. But I repeat, fellas. Make sure you guys hit that like button, support button, and comment. If you guys have missed anything today, if you guys wanted some no conclusions or anything. But liking and loving what you do. That's all we can handle. Also, guys, the most important rule and also the most important thing is love, support, and respect is the key. It's awesome and creative, guys. We are officially at 646 mods, if I'm right. Chris Mel, make a love shout out. Good morning. How are you today? Thank you for coming by and welcoming. That's why to welcome me back to the live stream today. How's it going? Well, make a love shout out. Good to see you back, my good friend. And you can drop your link for me. I know Lullab Sahi doesn't drop her link that much. I'm just not 100% sure what's going on with sorry guys. I'm just not 100% sure what's going on with Village King today, because he hasn't live streamed the last couple of days. So I'm not sure what's going on. He will just have Lullab Sahi, what do you call it? Well, yeah, guys, Lullab Sahi, the co-host on this channel, come by and, you know, see how everyone else is doing in the chat. You know, so shout out to Village King. Hopefully he can get his stuff straightened out on his live streams and also his channel. We would hate to see what's going on. See what's going on with his streams, see what's going on with his channel, and a huge shout out to him if he's got everything that's straightened out for him. Which as far as I know, his live streams have been doing pretty well. But to be open and honest, I mean, here's the thing, Village King hasn't allowed enough on his live streams since I feel like his connection's been burned out. That's just my opinion, but I have no clue. No clue. Or it could be anything that's been out of his attention. Or anything that's been out of his streams and also out of his pocket, but Village King can hear anything in his process and whatnot. So I wish him all the best. Whatever he's got in mind. But alright guys, speaking of other stuff, we are 646 mods, which that's exactly correct, guys. That's King and the luckiest man. And yes, guys, knowledge is power. When we meet and greet, guys, we want to see how people are elaborating on our channels here today. Depending how many people are always tuning in. Depending how many people are liking, sharing, commenting, following, and doing what we do best for our channels, you know. You know, just to navigate, take our time, and also see how everyone else is coping. And also working together. You know, like, for example, thumbs up, views. WAs is so important to have on our channel today. Whatever we got in mind, we want to see how much we can, you know, stretch further on. Not for laying down on, but see how much we've been gathering. See how much we can appreciate what we do. That's all there is to it. Also, guys, of course, guys, I repeat, and yes, guys, knowledge is power. When we meet and greet, we want to see how people are doing. We don't want to have everybody feel scouted or feel alone. Also, guys, not only we repeat. Also, guys, oh yeah, guys, the other comment is right for every week. Because I've only been live streaming once a week. but it's not gonna be all the time. I do want to get back to what I'm doing. You know, get back to reality again as I used to. I mean, I would love to, if that's a possibility. If you guys want me to or not. Which I'm hoping I do, but that depends how tired I can be. Depends how much I can measure. I mean, hopefully I do. Depends how much sleep I always get. You see, guys, if I'm not outside the heat too long, that's okay. We can do something we can do. That way, a lot of us can feel comfortable when we can, and also take our time.
What to do?
That's all we can do, guys, is take our time, not rush to anything. Also, guys, anytime we manage to find people and socialize with people, guys, that's exactly right. Anytime we manage to hang on by a thread and take our time, all we need to do, guys, is follow Sarah on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. That's all we can do. You can't separate the men from the boys.
I will hold firm.
Now, as far as how long I've been on YouTube, guys, this is your king and your luckiest man. Trying to refer it. Bro, Ricky, make a love shout out. How are you, my good brother? What's going on? Thank you so much for joining this live stream today. How are you? Have I seen you in the chat before, brother Ricky? I'm not sure if I have. You're pretty much coming out of Lalub's, Karen. Well, Lalub's Sonaline, if I'm right.
My turn.
I mean, that's just a guess. That's just a prediction or something. But yeah, I mean, I feel like it could be, or it might not be. As long as it's much more truthful and also, not to drain the energy, but having much more energy to, you know, fill everything else ended. So, that's all we can do. But yeah, guys, I've been on YouTube. Now, as we get to social media this morning. Oh, old friends, never mind. So we've known each other for a while, correct? I feel like we have. You guys can check out brother Ricky if you guys get a chance. I feel like I've known him for a while. Well, more than that, on occasions. You guys can check out brother Ricky, guys, in the chat. Check him out if you guys get a chance. Or get a shot. But yeah, guys, as far as, I repeat, now as far as how long I've been on YouTube for, that's an easy one. I've been on YouTube, guys, for almost 10 years, for the next couple weeks. That's gonna be nearly, I mean, to be open and honest, guys, as king and the luckiest man, it'll be like the next 3 to 4 weeks. So I'll be on YouTube that long. And on YouTube, guys, yes. And then I'll be reaching 8 years on top of that, fellas, with,
I must concentrate.
the other two apps, guys. And the other two apps are YouTube, actually not YouTube, Twitter X and Facebook together. So that pretty much works very well together. You know, on spreads and also on different ones. And enough years to accumulate and have enough to envision on. So, and it brings a lot of measure together. It really does, you know. The more we can fit in, guys, the more we can feel in the shoes and also feel much more important, just like everybody else. Everybody else does, and everybody else is equal at one time. Everybody else does. Well, guys, I'm going to get out of this battle, too. Even though we got one battle done today, it's going to take a little more of a hunt to get right in, you know. It really is. So we just have to be extra careful when we get time. And also grab one thing at a time, if we can. But yeah, guys, I will be reaching exactly 8 years between Twitter X and Facebook. On those 8. No worries, brother Ricky. Do what you gotta do, my brother. Thank you for hanging around today. Guys, and check him out, guys. Check out his channel. Support it. And just take your time. It's all we can benefit and do. I've also been with my two love guys for 9 years, going into 10 by next year. And then on top of that, I've also been with my two love and barrel for 17, coming up on 18, I believe, this coming August.
No turning back.
You guys on my two love and barrel for 17 can tell me if I'm right or wrong. it will be officially, what do you call it, guys? 18 years coming up soon.
My turn.
I feel like it's either next month or September. It would probably be September if I'm right, but I'm not 100% sure. I feel like it is, but both of them can tell me if I'm right or wrong. All I know is, guys, it's never a wrong or yes answer, whatever it could be. So we're looking at 2 time mazes, guys, that it's going to be protecting the enemies and also the monsters. To keep everybody else hasted and whatnot, and all gobbledygook. So I will be reaching that high amount, guys. YouTube for 10 years on the 30th of this month of July.
Don't give up.
That's what, guys, July of this month. And then I will also be reaching 8 years on Twitter, X, and Facebook, all together at one time. So that's going to be seasonal. That's going to be excellent. It's going to be awesome. That's why we can continue what we want to do as much as we can. And you cannot separate the men from the boys. And keep everything else calm and also feel important. Everybody always wants to feel important. Everybody feels important. It doesn't feel like a lot of us will test our guilt. That's all there is. Well, guys, that's going to be the end of our social media today. It will be the end of our social media this morning. Now, speaking of social media, let's get right to it today. Let's get right to what we want to talk about: sales, and also big games to look at and also keep a look at. And keep everything in mind this morning, guys, as King and the luckiest man. So speaking of finding something interesting, so guys, speaking of something interesting this morning, head over to the Steam store. Head over to the Steam store, guys, and buy something. If you guys are buying an old game, if you guys are buying a special game today, if you guys are getting bucks for Rocket League or Fortnite, you guys can buy and play those 2 games for free. If you guys want to check out any updates on the game, if you guys want to check out anything that's not been mentioned, or not exactly been removed yet. Even if you guys want to look at a game from the ground up, if you guys want to check out cool games that have not been further. Actually, I'm going to get out of this battle again. So it'll be 2 times since I've been out of any exciting battle after confronting Zalbag about Dice Dog for the time being. So yeah, I repeat, head over to the Steam store, guys, pre-order process and info. So yeah, guys, head over to the Steam store, pre-order process, and get 1 name. And of course, guys, take your time. So yeah, you guys can get bucks for Rocket League or Fortnite, either of the 2, and play the 2 free games as much as you want. And you guys can determine that with no extra cost. So if you're looking to buy any sale games on sale today on Steam, today is July 2nd, 2026. You guys heard the correct date at the right time. So today, guys, is July 2nd for Steam. If you guys are looking to buy any games on Steam today, you guys can get something to feature. You guys can play any games that's not been mentioned. Or you guys can have enough credit to see what game you guys are...
Wherever I'm needed.
Game, see what games you guys can buy. So you guys can buy games that are on sale a lot. For example, you guys can get Crusader Kings 3. You guys can save up 70% off. Game and save. You guys can buy any of that. You guys can go after anything with NBA on it. What I mean by NBA, ladies and gentlemen, is King, guys, and the luckiest man. I'm determining. You guys can check out not just those 2 games, but also a former game, former game of the year, guys. A lot of people have been playing here in the United States and made this game as awesome as it was today, and also winning this past year's game of the year. You guys know what that game is, and that is Expedition 33. You guys can save yourself 20% off and get the game for $40 if you like, even if you want to don't have any trade secret. You guys can also get deep discounts today like Rain World, The Invincible, and The Quarry. Now, I haven't played any Quarry games. Never once played a single settlement for that game. I mean, yes and no. I just did not play any part of the game at all. I haven't bought any of the game at all. So, so I would probably say no. I would probably not exactly do anything on it. I wouldn't do anything for that game all of a sudden. I've only heard the game. Here's the thing, guys. I've heard the game wasn't as bad. I've heard the game is. That's exactly what it is. But at this point, we always want to try anything. Whatever we can really, have enough to get to, and also other games. We can pretty much share and play together. Everybody needs to play a game together. To get all these people. If people don't have a Steam account, you guys are going to be cursed by Danhausen from WWE, saying you are cursed, or whatever. So whatever you guys want to play on Steam, you cannot have people tell you what games you guys got to buy. Sorry guys, not ye, but, excuse me. Only you and yourself can buy any game you want. If there's a game on sale you want to buy, go for it. If there's enough you guys can relate to, if you guys are excited to buy a game, go ahead. You guys can pre-order too. We guys get time and also get a slot and get a game when you get a chance. Whatever you want to do. That's enough to really put in. As long as you can, remember guys, you can't separate the men from the boys on it. Only any game you guys are excited to buy, whatever you want to play. Now, if you guys want to pre-order the new GTA 6, my ass ain't buying that anytime soon. And, no, I'm not buying the shit out of it, guys. That game is not going to be for me. I don't want the game. It's kind of like charging every single account, every single amount coming out of your pocket, but I just don't want to get the game. That's not going to be in the cards. Do I want an opportunity? No. Am I going to get it in the future? Well, same answer, guys. Do I want the game? No. Am I going to pre-order it? No. It would be 2 months to really crow out of, guys. It would be. I just don't want to get it. If people don't want to... if us don't want to spend too much money by getting the game, that's okay. I just don't feel comfortable doing that this year. If I were to buy any game, guys, for the console, but our PS5s together, it would probably be the new Final Fantasy Resonance. It's probably the new Final Fantasy. It's coming, October. I would like to get that game in a heartbeat. And I might get it by the time we hit October. If I do just that, here's the thing, guys, if I can do just that, at least by example, I'll have a good shot at getting the game, just like, everyone else or everybody else that wants to, get everything bone chilling, get every single thing that they can look at upon a game, that's the only game I probably would want to fit in with soon. I'm not saying if I will, but there's a possibility I might. And even though the game is going to be 50 even, that's okay. I can get it. As long as you have enough that you guys can bring with you, have enough to see what games that are in the unit, if there's anything else you guys can bring to the table. And I feel like the new Final Fantasy Resonance, guys, I will end on this. I feel like that new Final Fantasy game is probably going to be the only game I will probably just buy this year. I feel like that's the only game. I feel like that's the only game, the only possibility I would probably just get. Only get for sure.
Got me to continue.
I just don't want. I do want to get it towards the end of this year. I really do. But GTA 6, GTA 6 is not going to be in my... It's not going to be, getting my attention. I'm only into RPGs, fellas, and baseball together. You guys understand that.
I must
Out of my 4
concentrate.
priorities, mostly. So, I'm sorry, I'm not going to get the game. I mean, I'm Final Fantasy, but GTA 6 together. It's been 2 months, buttload of money. 2 months breadcrumbs to buy it, and also surround the game itself, So, for me, probably
I
not.
cannot
So, other than that,
die
guys,
here.
if you guys want to jump to anything, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, I still want GTA 6 this year. It's 2 months to handle. 2 months to cover. But anyway, guys, speaking of covering, if you guys want to know my name on Steam today, you guys can check me out. My name on Steam, guys, is Jack Dawson 93, or JD 93, or Jack Dawson 93. If you guys have nothing, you entirely have nothing to lose on Steam today. Nobody can call you crystal clear. Nobody can call you a liar. Nobody can tell you you're not making the right options. Only you feel comfortable, whatever you want to do, guys. But as a Christian, guys, all you have to do is let God in. And let Him hear your prayers. Let Him see what you actually want to do. Thank you for doing that, Agrius. This is kind of had a confusion. but no problemo, guys. Everybody is entitled to do anything. Buy anything on Steam. Pre-order anything on Steam. Whenever you feel comfortable buying, whenever you feel, do what you actually want to do.
It's over.
It's all good. Everybody is happy. Everybody's good. That's all there is to it. But yeah, guys, speaking of other stuff on Steam today, head over to the Steam store, take your time, and don't flush anything down the drain, and don't feel anything in and out. So that's all you can do. But yeah, if you have nothing, guys, you entirely have nothing to lose on Steam. Now, I have been on Steam for over 5 years this year, and it's comfortable. It feels awesome. It feels good. But everything else sounds good, at least in a good time frame. If you guys are into RPGs like Final Fantasy, Assassin's Creed, God of War, Elden Ring, if you guys are going after the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 at the end of the year, I'm not going to have the positive pleasure of getting it, but like I said, I'm only in the RPGs, fellas. It's King and Luckiest Man, and also, guys, baseball together.
Right.
Now, if I'm probably just getting the new Final Fantasy that's coming October, that's still the possibility right now. I still want to get that. But the other games I probably would not. If anything, it's not worth sticking out for the time being. As long as nobody's being an evil genius, we don't have to have anything, surround ourselves or get ourselves paralyzed by not knowing how much the game would fit in for us. It just depends what we can really describe it, and solving the puzzle for that game. So, I know we are expecting maybe like a Kingdom Hearts 4 more surrounding, but that depends. I still see the game releasing by early as next year, at least for sure. But we'll keep everything else under control. I know Square Enix will have enough to info us, along with Tetsuya Nomura and Sakaguchi, to help partner up with that. So, but we'll see what happens. As long as we keep an eye on it, we'll be good to go. Have enough to accomplish. If you guys are into sports games like baseball, racing, tennis, golf, football, basketball, if you guys are into any games on sale that are recently up for sale on Steam today, you guys can check out any sports games. Now, if you guys want to check out the new Digital Diamond Baseball version 14, right, I've heard the 14 version is good. I've heard it's good, at least for example, And the imp is now turned into stone, fellas. Up, down, left, right. Or knockout between one imp to another. But it sure is, guys. But it's like for a lot of us today, at a certain point, we always want to try anything. Now, be mind blown, but, you know, seeing what we can really do. And see what we want to do together. So, we guys can buy any sports games with no extra cost. Now, if you guys want to check out my brother Beatles, all you guys need to do is one thing. You guys can go to youtube.com/Beatles Eternally. He's a good brother of mine. He's a good friend of mine. And it's always been an honor of being up inside and also most of his channel.
Got me to contend with.
You know, he's a nice guy. Calls me Brother Zach or Brother JD. And I call him Brother Beatles. So if you want to check out Brother Beatles, when we talk about Beatles Eternally, you guys can check out his baseball projects doing what he feels like he wants to do. Now, speaking of doing stuff for the channel, you guys can check out my brother, let me rephrase, guys, my brother, that's right, guys, my brother Beatles is, him doing a bit of an inside scoop of, Diamond Mine, not Diamond Mine, but, there's no Diamond Baseball 14. You guys get a chance. I don't believe I'm gonna get it right now. Besides, I don't have an extra Steam card in front of me, but...
Come then.
But the main focus is focusing on the baseball projects that I've actually been doing, at least for sure.
By heavens.
You know, out of my 4 priorities is to coordinate and also work together on.
Newfound strength.
And also the projects that I've been doing well. When one team is doing well, the other one is not. But that's a long story. I'll get to that in a minute. If you guys want to check out my brother Beatles and Beatles Eternally, guys, live streaming. You guys want to know what my brother Beatles Eternally does on his YouTube channel, guys, with our favorite baseball sensory. What my brother Beatles does, guys, he enjoys playing XPC baseball together, and also doing something with, and pretty much having anything to do with, I know he's going to be trying to play a little bit of Digital Diamond Baseball 14. This is exactly the 14 version. You know, from the company, of course, on Steam. You guys can also check out Beatles Eternally doing other baseball projects, especially payoff pets. You guys can check out
What to do?
Sorry, guys. I repeat. You guys can check out Beatles Eternally doing most of that.
Don't die on me.
Go check him out. He's a nice dude. He's a nice guy.
Right.
I call him Brother Beatles. He calls me Brother Zach. I mean, I was just in the side stream yesterday. We're at the end of the night, so. So, if you guys want to play and buy a new baseball game for you and yourself to check out, if you guys want to play the new version 14 of Digital Diamond Baseball, for free to do what you want to do. If you feel comfortable with the new version, it's all good. People will understand you. People will have a good agreement to it. And it does. Much more comfortable and much more at ease. So if you guys want to know what I've been up to, well, I've been taking much more of my time. Oh, crap. I sort of knocked this one monk down. Well, guess what? Rams is going to take him out anyway. Don't want to lose any train of thought of getting this dude out. There you go. But I repeat, fellas, as far as what I've been doing as king and the luckiest man, instead of me battling the heat all the time with work,
Right.
I've just been resting and getting myself out of the heat all of a sudden. That's what I've been doing. And, you know, trying to keep my eyes open, try to keep everything by staying cool, by having water, and, I'm still having to do as much as I can to keep my eyes open.
Come on.
And that's been the most important thing you can have, you know. You want to wake up like having the smell of coffee.
Finished.
If you want to have some of hot chocolate on it. Whatever sounds good to you. Whatever sounds vulnerable to you, so it's all good. Just want to feel comfortable by having something you guys can eat in your system too. Every morning, every afternoon, and every evening, and pretty much every night. That's all there is to it. As long as you don't having anything less coming out of your body. It's all good. But yeah. If anything else has not been out of position, guys. Anything with steam, anything that's more glued.
I cannot wait.
Hold on, let me separate a few of these guys. Hold on.
Right.
I'm gonna put Ramsey right about here. That way we don't want to get ourselves crowded and whatnot. And have enough to really, settle. I mean, to be open and honest.
Won't disappoint.
That's right, guys. To be open and honest, keep everything included, keeping everything intact for the time being. Keep everything organized. But yeah, I've only been working on my 1992 pilot season, which I'm almost done with. I think with game number 48. I think it's 48, 47, if I'm right or wrong. I mean, if I'm quite frankly certain. And then, as far as the other one goes, the main focus I've been doing, along with that, is my 1980 Athletics playoff pits replay on playoff pits on Game Pulse on Steam, and not to mention my 1976 White Sox replay as well. So what my brother Beatles has been seeing, what I've been telling about his comments. I mean, my comments from his to mine is he's been noticing for most of us here today that we've been doing a good job. We've been doing good. And, focusing on one baseball project at a time. I mean, I take most of my time. Take a original,
What to do?
what do you call it, guys? Original to a normal basis whenever I get the time. Before I go to work, or even if I have to, try to play a little baseball before I go. Before I tackle the heat and whatnot.
Getting stronger.
That's been the only thing out of my 4 priorities that I love doing. I really do. But that's why I don't usually get bored all the time by playing them. They've been my favorite under RPGs the same way.
Come on.
Under any circumstances for that too, so. I feel like that's always having something. You guys cannot be bored. And not playing any games you want to play, As long as you make enough room. You can allow yourself to play any team you want on baseball, manage your team with cards and dice on them. And you can just love what you do. You really do. Everybody else is included on it. Everybody's entitled to see what games they want to play together. Or you guys can play by yourselves. Whatever sounds good to you. It's whatever's happening to you. That's all you can do. Have enough to rely on, and also that sounds smooth. Not exactly that smooth, guys, but something good. But yeah, guys, that's always much more included to, have a strong suit, and always something to think about. Well, guys, speaking of
Never felt better.
other stuff, and also thinking about what games play and also enjoy together, fellas, is king and luckiest man. By buying games on sale, or get something that's more fun and also including.
Up on your feet.
Everybody's entitled to play any games. Any free games, sale games, standard games. But if you guys do want to pre-order the new GTA, dozens and dozens of people have already made pre-orders right now. It's not even funny. I mean, they already have done it. I mean, they started pre-orders last week. Or recently from this past week already.
Ready or not?
But I, for one, am not going to buy a single copy of that.
Eh?
I'm not going to use my opportunity to waste my time by getting a copy. That's not going to be something for me to, test out and drive. So for me, I'm not going to get an opportunity to do that. All I know is, guys, one game's enough. I do want the new Final Fantasy, though. Because I want to keep that included. I really do. But alright, guys, That's going to be the end of Steam for today. Stacked also 93. You guys can go after pre-orders and in-store purchases. But don't forget to check out my... So let's go to YouTube. That's right, guys. Head over to youtube.com/Speedos Eternally. If you guys ever want to pre-order anything,
Careful now.
we're talking to the right expert, guys. That knows his RPGs, knows some of his games. I mean, most of his games entirely.
Die here.
And you guys can buy any games you want. Don't let people tell you what games you really want to jump into, or people just want to, jump into conclusions. People don't want to have anything less to encounter. As long as we want games that are good and also suitable for us. That's all there is. Take your time and don't separate the other. But yeah, guys, anyone can go after pre-orders and yes, guys, in-store purchases. So if you guys want to help out the channel, you guys can, contribute as much as you can. Take your time to the wrong thing. Everybody's entitled to keep their shoes on, keep their boots on,
Thanks.
and keep a lot of things going on all together. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. People want to, have their eyes open. People want to have, one movie that was sort of done well. And that one movie, guys, is Supergirl. So what am I still people that went with us in a different county, but our current county that I went with this past Tuesday. Now the OSCA meeting was good, in my opinion. A bunch of us went this past Tuesday in the morning. We left like around 8:30, and it was good. And also, guys, having a good lunch. What do you call it, guys? A good lunch buffet too. So, and that was exactly next door, pretty much here in the state. So that was good.
That's what I needed.
But other than that, guys, as we move on to the other subject and get back to the other one, I repeat, fellas. Now, as far as anything else, remember we are at 646 mods right now, which is outstandingly good, and pretty much outstanding. And it's pretty much good the same way at the same time. Doesn't have enough benefit on it, and it really does. Enough to really put in, have enough to include.
I'm sorry.
But if you guys want to help out the channel, we'll have enough to include. But yeah, my numbers have been up and down, up and down. Well, pretty much been, highs and lows. You talk about getting your numbers up. You talk about having enough people watch your channel and also watch your videos. That's always the most important thing you can have. You want to have somebody you can trust on your channel on YouTube, and also have great content, good content. Not to flush stuff down the toilet, You just want to be who you want to be, and be exactly who you are, You just want to see what you can really get out of it, and do what you gotta do,
Come on.
But as a Christian, guys, as long as God is there to help you, everybody can do anything we have a desire to do. And we do, mostly. That's why I have... for example, guys, that's why I have the other few. Like, for example, guys, Ivalice Karen, Ivalice Donlene, and most of you guys, for the last 9 years, have been on the channel. Most of you guys have never backed out. And that's the most important thing you can have. We always want to help each other out. Not just do it alone, but we always want to include everybody in the process. We always have and always will. But the only way we can get our numbers up, guys, on YouTube, by having concentrate on one channel, and as we watch our videos in full, like us out the stream, guys, so we have our social media, our YouTube accounts, Facebook, and Twitter X accounts together, have enough to puzzle, and of course, guys, our podcast services all around the globe, like Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and so much more, and so much together. Now, speaking of PlayStation, I understand they want to make enough to, make people
What
feel
to do?
uncomfortable, make people uncomfortable between, discs involving cases. Well,
Have at you!
I did not talk it out with my future fiance for 9 last night since, she just got done taking a shower yesterday, and I was hoping to get a call back, but we text a little bit.
Newfound strength.
It's just that due to the heat, I cannot come over for her
What's
and Bell for
next?
17 as much until the heat gets done. So, but it's like a lot of us get it. A lot of us are not bedazzled. A lot of us are not
My
confused
turn.
by it. So, this is all understandable towards what we can read, and also see what we can read and see what we can, hang in the balance. Well, guys, speaking of balance, today's date, I repeat, guys, today is June 2nd. Actually, not June 2nd, excuse me. Today, guys, is the 2nd day of July. Today, guys, and I repeat, fellas, not to have any notes to, it's all random. But today, guys, it is July 2nd, which is much better. July 2nd, guys, is King and Luckiest Man, 2026. I'm going to bring you in-gaming news today, so let's get right to it. Or, let's get started with in-gaming news right about now. So guys, today's in-gaming news is brought to you by Best Buy. If you're looking to get yourselves a brand new TV, you guys can buy and upgrade your TV, your television, guys, by getting the new
Oh, I can still improve.
RGB TV, high def TV if you want. You guys can buy it at Best Buy. If you guys wanna check them and also see how huge the TV is. And you guys can check it out for more details. So let's get right to the point, guys. We're going to start with in-gaming news today with Hugh Jackman. So Hugh Jackman doesn't actually state how long he actually wants to play as Wolverine. And how much he actually wants to, carry on, And how much he actually wants to have left. Now, according to Hugh Jackman, he's actually, you guys remember what I mentioned before. He's not going to exit, here's the guys, he's not going to exit, as Wolverine anytime soon. Well, you talk about not to really,
Right then.
considering and also, prevent, what do you call guys, not preventing, but not considering retirement right now of what he's actually keeping himself under control by continuing to do. So apparently, guys, Hugh Jackman did actually state the following. Or do a time capsule for them. But the question is, how long will Hugh Jackman, guys, play Wolverine? He actually did suggest that there's no need to think about handling over just, not just that, guys, but the role just yet. Now, as far as I know, I know Marvel has been, here's the guys, I know Marvel has been dragging a lot of that. Or pretty much does the stuff that's pretty much included to that one. But we all know, guys, Hugh Jackman is coming back as Wolverine and Avengers Doomsday at the end of this year. So apparently, guys, it looks like, here's the thing, guys.
Right.
We are assuming that Hugh Jackman is not going to be retiring from Wolverine anytime soon. But there's a true meaning that goes with that. So, I mean, all I know is if he's not going to be retiring anytime soon from Wolverine, we don't know what the future for years and years and years is going to be, leading towards for us.
Step forward.
What the future holds. So apparently, guys,
Come on.
so guys, if that's the case, Hugh Jackman did actually joke if he'll be playing Wolverine until he's 90. And as I mentioned already, guys, he's going to be making a time capsule.
Fall.
And also a time, how long he's got
must
left
go
to play
strong.
Wolverine. Now, he actually was in an interview with PBS. And he actually did state the following, guys. So Hugh Jackman did actually state, what he actually wants to do for Wolverine, you know, going forward. All of a sudden, he actually did state, "I'm 57. I'm doing it till I'm 90. So, you know, I'll do a little time capsule for them." Now, if Wolverine, here's the thing, guys, not Wolverine. If Hugh Jackman wants to do Wolverine for the next 30 plus years, depends how much of his age he's going to have left. I'm not saying he'll do it for the next 30 plus years. We don't know how much he actually wants to fill in the tank. We don't know what the odds are between, I mean, you talk about Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, you talk about, I mean, also him, but also doing some with Hugh Jackman doing some with Wolverine. But, I mean, we could not expect, what do you call it, guys? You guys can have anything to point at and or have enough information in the chat, but now I feel like if Hugh Jackman wants to continue what he's doing, we don't know what the future will be holding, either way. Now, Chris Evans as Captain America, I feel like he'll consider whatever he wants to do, depending how much his body wants to continue to do Captain America for. I'm not saying if you'll do it. I'm not saying if you'll do that forever.
My turn.
And then you have Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, now being our Victor Von Doom, which is Doctor Doom, actually. So I mean, here's the thing, guys. If Hugh Jackman wants to play, if he absolutely wants to wait and continue to do what he wants to do as Wolverine till he's 90. He's entitled to do whatever he wants to do. But you cannot dodge the fact, if he wants to continue what he's doing, whatever he's doing, I feel like there's not going to be enough stuff to do. At least for Hugh Jackman. I mean, depending whatever happens to Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool by then, I feel like he'll be down and out before then. I'm not saying if he will, but there's a big maybe. That's a big maybe, guys, but you never know. You never know until everything is set in stone. So, we'll see.
Power thrumming in skies above.
But he also is... No, he's actually, guys, he's actually expecting to be in not just that, but also in Avengers Doomsday, and also Avengers Secret Wars, okay? But not to mention, also a Deadpool sequel. Now, for a lot of you that did see Deadpool and Wolverine, that movie is funny, really funny. Bringing some of the X-Men characters back and whatnot, enough to, you know, get everybody back together in a good amount of time. Especially Wesley Snipes as Blade. So, there's enough to include on that too. I feel like that's the only path that that Hugh Jackman really wants to take most of his acting career, maybe some of his life together, but that depends. That depends how much money he really wants to make, though. If there's enough to do, and also have a lot of pay together. Now, Jim Carrey should be mind-blowing way before then. He's not going to play a Marvel character either. As far as I know, no. I doubt he'll play a Marvel character. So it'll be interesting to see if Hugh Jackman lives till 90 or not. Continue to do whatever he wants to do as Deadpool. I mean, not Deadpool, excuse me. Wolverine. So, I'm not saying if he'll continue to do it by then. But if he wants to, depends how much his heart can take. Depends how much health he can take out of it.
Are you happy?
I mean, I repeat, fellas, I'm not saying if there's a losing game for him.
Are you happy?
Depending how long Ryan Reynolds wants to do Deadpool as well.
Are you happy?
Now, Patrick Stewart is actually at an ending point. He cannot act anymore. So, here's the thing, guys. Don't expect to have Patrick Stewart continue whatever he wants to do with acting. I've heard there's a bit of a rumor that, he wants to do a Picard. Not a Star Wars, guys, but a Star Trek Picard movie. So he wants to do something with that in the future. Now, as we transition the Hugh Jackman, guys, to PlayStation. You guys remember what I said earlier? I mean, not exactly the PS6, but the other one. So let's get right to it.
What is it?
Now, as far as I know, a lot of you guys have been getting notifications on devices and also on computers and also other big stuff to feed. Well, apparently, guys, PlayStation physical copy media free feature isn't as concerning, but it's officially not attractive but offensive, actually. You cannot trust digital purchases, and you cannot trust the corporations that offer them. Now, a lot of you guys have an understatement of why PlayStation is pulling out all the screws. So apparently, from what I've heard, is in 2028, PlayStation is going to be putting a stopping point to doing physical copies on discs from games. I mean, inside game cases. Now, if they actually want to do that, I feel like there's not much a lot of people can do. I mean, if a lot of them want to allow it, they would have some sort of a voting debate, or have some sort of the question other stuff. But then again, guys, no. It would have mattered one another. It would have been something much more to encounter. Okay, so I mean, they've been doing physical copies or digital copies for PlayStation ever since the very beginning. You talk about PS3. Now, from what I've been hearing, not to place a subject or anything, but from what I've also been told recently, is the PS3 and the PS Vita, they're going to be setting their own. They're going to be setting the PS Store by middle. From what I've heard, guys, by the middle of next year. So that's what I've been hearing, or from what I've been told, according to PlayStation. So if we look at, I mean, let me put it this way, guys, as king and luckiest man. For a lot of us have been having physical copies, you know, for any game, and it does get a gaming case for PlayStation. That's enough to keep in mind. But if we're looking at to see what the discs are going to be like for the PS6, all I'm going to say is, guys, the PS3 and Vita, most of them are about, they're pretty much running out of time, going into mid next year, or 2027 already. So I feel like if that's the only stuff that they're actually relating to and pretty much start leading towards, it's been a big run between those recent consoles. What do you call, guys? Not exactly just recent consoles, but recent games that came out for a long time. They've been out for years, for months, for decades, and they have been. So I don't see why not. But here's the thing, guys. If there's enough to contribute and also relate to and not, feel uncomfortable by doing any of it, PlayStation always has the last say. But as far as I know, they are ending their discs, or pretty much CDs, guys, in the game, since I know, guys, the fans are not too happy about it. I'm pretty much torn in between. But if they're pretty much stopping in 2028, a lot of us would have to live with that. It's not going to be good, but the fans don't want to see it to happen. But PlayStation has the only toolbox, and they only have the entire thing that they can control. For us fans of PlayStation, and also big stuff ahead. And that's all there is. But guys, I'm going to quickly get into top stories real quick, as king and the luckiest man. So today, guys, I repeat, today is July 2nd, 2026. The first Thursday of the month. So guys, in gaming news today, in top stories today, there's been a shocking decision to kill discs on PS4. Actually, not PS4, but the entire PlayStation. Tells us a lot about the PS6 and what experts really believe. Well, if you get it right, guys, if there's enough to really relate to, Sony is actually having something devastating by killing the next year. But if a lot of us want to complain that the PS6 wouldn't be the same price as the PS5, no. If it's still going to be 1K, all I know is it's way too much to info and also pass by. But it's just, for us just banging on the table to see how much they actually want to, have enough together, how much of a design they want to put in together. Well, from what I've heard, guys, is the PS6. There's a rumor that Sony is rumoring that they are working on a dedicated PS6 handheld. I can see that being more powerful than it is. It's not like they're going to spend hundreds and hundreds, but pretty much 50, what do you call it, guys? Coming out of 50s, the triple to thousands of benefits just to really, get a buttload of that. But all I know is, guys, if everything is fine and also standard, you cannot separate anything from any of that. All I know is, guys, the decision is final for what PlayStation really has been, heavily and pretty much been pushing, most likely in the order, between the PS6, adding the services between PS3 and the Vita by next year. But after that, fellas, I will end on this. After next year, you'll also have 2028 ending the discs process between PS4 and most likely the PS5 altogether. I understand what a lot of us want to encourage the others what to do and what not to do, okay? It's just, even though people don't seem to be happy about it, it's pretty much whatever they want to do, guys. PlayStation just wants to keep, you don't want to separate the man from the boys by doing anything that is not worth doing, and feel comfortable doing. But whatever it is, at this point, people just want to make people understand. People have their own opinions and whatnot. So, if people want to have debates about PlayStation, kind of like going on Facebook and doing a video and doing something a lot of us don't want to see happen, then people are entitled to their own opinions. You cannot force anything down the toilet. Live Zoni, thank you so much for coming by, partner. How are you? Check him out, guys. But yeah, I'll repeat, fellas. Yes and no. I just feel like if they're staying with the route that they're staying on, and also the SIP they're staying on, PlayStation has a lot of stuff that they're actually are doing, and what they're actually are pretty much going to do, as far as I know. But you cannot fuss anything else, if anything else is worth having multiple excuses, having multiple important stuff to really have a link to, and also seeing exactly what it could be, and seeing exactly what it is. Okay, so PlayStation wants to do whatever they want to do, guys. You cannot have anything to visit, but have enough to dream about, though. But PlayStation wants to feel happily for us, so. But no worries. Listen, up to include, fellas. And now for me, guys, it's King and the luckiest man to associate with, and a new beginning. And also, must to illustrate. Alright, guys, that's going to wrap everything up for today. That's going to wrap up in gaming news today as well. I do want to thank you guys for joining me this morning. It's King, guys, and the luckiest man. Welcome me back after another week, and I'm looking to put a stop to that and get back to the games I'm used to playing again. Which I would like to, or maybe I would want to off the bat. I actually want to. But if we have enough time to really stack up a little bit, we'll have enough time to see what we want to get back to, guys, on the schedule for gaming. Especially most likely on the channel. It's King, guys, and the luckiest man. with a lot of you guys right behind me, and also the KB team on YouTube. But as far as anything else goes, based on the schedule, I did 2 to 7 yesterday. It was a hazardous heat advisory, which I battled every single bit of it for the last number of days since it's been in the 90s for a while this week. So yesterday was 2 to 7, today 2 to 7, and then my ass is off tomorrow and Saturday. So I told my two live and bail for 17. I wasn't planning on coming over until the heat dies off. So I have been hearing we all getting some rain this coming Saturday. So I've heard there's going to be a bunch of rain and thunderstorms here in the state. So it's likely going to happen once it's Saturday, but as long as it does not have to prevent the fireworks. Except water, guys, but I don't think so. We can still get fireworks by then, but they always happen around 10 o'clock once and every evening, once a year. So it'll be on 200. It will be the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence was signed back in 1776. So, I mean, if you remember 2 presidents that did it, it was associated and also having on a not benefit guys, but a lot of business and not business guys, but enough to associate with. And that was the Declaration of Independence. I learned plenty of that when I was in school, you know. The both of them actually signed the expedition and also signed the Bill of Rights and also the commandments, but especially the Declaration of Independence. There's been like one movie that was about the Declaration. That was National Treasure with Nicolas Cage, Jon Voight, Sean Bean. Liam Neeson was not in that movie. I know the same actors that were in the first National Treasure, they were also in the official sequel to National Treasure, which was National Treasure Book of Secrets back then. I've heard National Treasure 3 is going to be in the books, but I doubt it hits till next year. You know, I doubt it hits till 2027. So I think Nicolas Cage has something to do with that John Madden football movie. So I think the new Madden movie will be hitting next year as well. We could be right or wrong. Just have to wait and stick around for a good amount of time. Well, huge amount of time. But yeah, guys, I'm off tomorrow and Saturday. I did check out the new schedule when I told you guys at the start of the stream today. So mostly I'm only doing 9 to 2s on Mondays, but that's been some sort of sweats and also pretty much a previous slot. But apparently, guys, I have all 2 to 7s. What does that mean? I have Sunday, Thursday, and Friday. So Monday I can feel free to do anything I want to do until I do my physio fiance for 9 for cheer practice on that Monday. So, but one of our cheer coaches is not going to be at cheer on Monday. So we always want to practice very hard as we lean towards the competitions and also the big stuff ahead of it. You know, for the summits here, okay? So one of our coaches is not going to be there on Monday, so which is pretty much unfortunate. It's like if you have to work, you got to work. Got to make that money, so cannot separate anything that's better than that. And also protecting every single account you have. But yeah, guys, Sunday, I can maybe stream Sunday, but that depends. Monday's anything in the open right now. But if I'm not doing 9 to 2 on Monday, I'm going to be fully open right there. So I still have 2 days at WoW, which I don't usually get 2 days at WoW every time. But most likely every Tuesday and only Tuesdays. But only doing C1 Wednesdays. But I'll repeat, guys, on the new schedule, Sunday, Thursday, and Friday are 2 to 7s. A single 9 to 2, most likely 2 to 7s going forward. At least from what I've been checking. Coming out of the app here today, so I'll have a 2 to 7 open on Sunday. No 9 to 2 Monday, so I should be back hopefully Sunday in the morning before I tackle back Steve and relax mostly on Monday. So we'll see what happens. As long as you guys stay out of the heat, drink plenty of water. That would be the most important thing you can have. Going to have that water, guys. You cannot have anything, like milk or anything, but whatever you can wake up to, it's all good. But alright, guys, let's go wrap everything up for most of today. But just remember, guys, if you guys want to catch more Final Fantasy Tactics, Ivalice Chronicles, every Thursday mornings every week. I understand I've only been live streaming once a week, but I'm looking to put a stop to that if I get a chance. Don't know when, but hopefully sooner rather than later. Hopefully soon, which I really do. I'm hoping I do, but it's going to be a matter of time. But the only way to trigger that, guys, and handle is you guys can hit that like button, support button, and comment. Like, support, I repeat, fellas. Like, support, comment, and follow. Like, support, comment, and follow. The more W8s I get from most of you guys in the chat, my 4 priorities today, the more I can have the odds of gaining an opportunity to, get back to what I'm doing with monetization again in the future. So I would love that. I would love it. But it won't be anytime soon. Which, unfortunately, it won't be. As long as the KB team is on our sides, we'll be fine. Have enough to, premiere and also continue with pretty good content and awesome content. Whenever we get a shot and take one chance at a time. But make sure you guys hit that like button, support button, and comment. Any questions, guys, leave them in the chat, in the live chat. And me, guys, your king, your luckiest man, can answer. If there's an easy question, then like a long and hard question to answer. Also, guys, love, support, and respect is the key. The awesome and creative. And of course, guys, knowledge is power. We are 646 mods today. We're doing well. I'm trying to get back to grinding a bit. And, do what we gotta do. You just want to play one game at a time. And do whatever you feel comfortable doing. I mean, not just winning, guys, but doing and doing. Whatever you want to do. It's like if you want to rest but not exactly live streaming, everybody's okay with that. Everybody's understanding it by far. So I do want to get my numbers up ASAP. I would like it. If you guys did the same, I'd do the same to yours. Between channel to channel. And guys, knowledge is power. Anytime we manage to find people and socialize, have a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, and enough to point out between channel to channel, you have like host a channel, all we need to do, guys, is follow and share it on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And a reminder, don't forget to check out my brother Beatles Eternally. My brother Beatles, guys, on YouTube. Check him out. Pop in. Check out the first premiere that he's got on his channel. Guys, remember, his name is Beatles Eternally. Go to youtube.com/Beatles Eternally. Check out his first look of version 14 of There's No Diamond Baseball. I probably won't get it anytime soon. Or at least for a while if I want to be hungry to get another Steam card. I'm not saying if I would, but maybe. Maybe sometime down the road. But I would rather just focus on... I mean, my mindset is getting the new Final Fantasy game. Resistance in October. But I'm not going to push that to the side. If it's going to be releasing, guys, and coming out on the 21st or the 11th of October, I'm not skipping that set in hand. I want that game ASAP. I want to take my time on that game, too. Besides, I've heard the game looks good. I won't call it minimum average. I won't call it above awesome or anything. I won't call it decent or anything. Coming out of Summer Game Fest from this past month, and also Nintendo Direct, so we'll have enough to include and also bounce to bounce, by doing one path at a time and one step at a time, so we'll see what happens. Another channel to check out, guys, along with Beatles Eternally, check out Utah Mike. Go to youtube.com/Utah Mike. But most important thing you can have on a name, not just Utah Mike, but check out Sports Time Machine here today. He's actually been doing the 1990 Yankees Cinematic baseball season of having the worst record, and he's been having the major focus of his 1978 Yankees Cinematic baseball replay as well. Still has it as a daily replay, so he's going to continue to do that one. That's been his go-to thing, 1978 and 1990. So check out those guys. They're good friends, they're awesome, and especially my brother Beatles. What's his Beatles eternally? Calls me brother Jack, I call him brother Beatles. But alright guys, that's gonna wrap everything up for this Thursday. If I don't see you guys Saturday, I should be back maybe Sunday. But if I do want to get back to live streaming on Sundays, I actually want to play, it's not a guarantee, it's just 50-50. If not, I can rest before I go to work, but we'll see what happens. But I'm just going to rest, take enough time to relax, and battle the heat as I mostly do. But staying hydrated is the most important thing you can have for your body, your forehead, and everything surrounding your health. I will most likely do that, and I will definitely try. But alright guys, that's going to wrap everything up for today on a Thursday. So maybe Sunday. If not, I should be back next Thursday. We can tackle Fort Blaselat, or we can focus mostly on grinding by next Thursday. But I'll keep you guys info and posted. It's King and Luckiest Man. That's gonna wrap everything up for this Thursday, guys. It's King and Luckiest Man. You guys have a good rest of your day. And also, good morning, good afternoon, good night. Be good to one another, be kind, and love one another. Just don't forget to check out Sports Time Machine, guys. And also my brother Beatles eternally. The man, the guy, the baseball favoritism creator, and also baseball's it's been basically the only thing I could play along with you guys by doing RPGs. That are my 4 priorities, most likely in that order, and also in that column. I'm not replacing any other anytime soon, especially with my 4 priorities that are intact and so important for us. So yeah, you guys have a good rest for Thursday. Check me out as much as you can with W8s. And remember guys, we watch our videos in full. Like and share the stream. Make sure we have our social media on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube accounts, and our podcast services all around the globe between those 3 apps, and so much extra. But alright guys, have a good rest for Thursday. Good morning. As long as you guys can maintain what you do, you just want to maintain what you're doing. Don't let people have a conflict against yours. You can always have a smaller debate and try to outrun them. That's all you can do. But have a good rest for Thursday, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. I'm going to see if I can maybe stream 50-50 on Sunday. That's just a big maybe, but not 100%. But we'll see what happens. This is your King and Luckiest Man signing off today, guys. Have a good rest for Thursday. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. And I will see you guys.